So what advice do you have on the business side of it? And I know that's a very large question. So, whatever areas you would like to discuss.
It's funny because that's not my area of expertise. Mine is all sort of in the writing and development stages. But the first answer I'm going to give is going to be an eye roll answer, because it is also about having a lot of content and really good content. And the reason I say this is because on my podcast, we've got over 600 episodes. I try and have successful screenwriters and TV writers, and we're always going back to what was that moment that triggered your big break. And it's completely random. It's all random. Like, there's never one answer. It could be, I was at this party and I'm a friend of a friend, and like we ended up bonding over skateboards, and then we found out that, it could just be random, right? Or it could be that, they tracked this one producer and they were able to really get in the room and sell them on something. But when it all came down to it, it was when they had the opportunity, it was the content. So I would be remiss if I didn't say it's all about the content first. But as far as what's going on in the industry right now, there's so many things that are happening because this Agent WGA thing is actually creating new opportunities. People always get creative when certain things are cut off. That's why, like with the writer's strike, right, we started seeing other platforms develop, or independent producers rise back up and things like that. So I would say right now, get on Twitter, look at what's happening in the writers community. There are opportunities there that weren't there before. Another is, and don't be mad, but I do think that competitions have become the new vetting ground for managers and agents. If you place or win a prestigious contest, they'll go, oh, I want to look at that material. But you as the writer have to vet some of these contests and make sure that you're not just throwing your competition money at willy-nilly at things that are unproven or don't have industry connections at the end of it. So that's some advice. I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, that is helpful. But and also, speaking to so many screenwriters, I'm sure as you have as well in your life, you realize that a professional screenwriter is one that's not 6 years on one screenplay. That is the biggest problem I see with so many young screenwriters. I'm like, hey, how's that screenwriter? What have you done? I'm like, oh, I'm still on that screenplay. I almost got it. Almost cracked it. And it's 5 years later and they're still on that one screenplay, where the professional screenwriter in that time has gotten 10, 15, 20 screenplays done, and they're in their drawer. So when you do have that opportunity, like you were saying, that one script is not going to be it. They're going to go, they might take that one, or they might go, that's nice, it's a great example, but do you have anything else? And you should have 3 or 4 other samples or other projects waiting to go in a lot of ways. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And think of it this way. If you sell your script to a large studio, you don't own it anymore. No. So why would you be married to that? Fall in love with your scripts, but don't marry them, okay? Because somebody else is going to actually pay the money to marry that thing. You're going to have to give that bride away, Yeah. Another thing is, if you rewrite, how open are you going to be to notes? You're going to be exhausted by the time somebody actually takes it and gives you notes, and then it becomes your job to do the notes.
Protective of it too.
Yes. So my advice is,
there's a bird behind you. There's a bird behind you in the window. Don't worry.
That was
Yeah, I see it in the background. It's all good.
Oh, it's so cute. It's knocking. Is rewrite till it meets your own intentions. Okay, if you've rewritten and go, you know what, this is what I kind of had in my mind when I started, when it was just in my brain, and there it is on the page, you're done. Okay, time to send it out. If somebody wants to pay you to rewrite it, awesome. You don't need to go around chasing notes. You've met your intention.